Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Today, the young people announced protests across the country. But there are some things you consider when trying to analyze the success of protests and the failure of protests. I can confirm today that young people have won the first round of protests. I will argue my case and give you the reasons why. Let me give you a very short example to explain my points. You are employed in a company. A company that, okay, let me give an example of the Standard Media Group. Because it's in the public domain, I can't be sued. There's a time, I think last week or the other week, all presenters in one of the radio stations belonging to the Standard Media Group decided to play music, and they never showed up at work. They were hanging around, but they were playing music. What was that? That was a protest. What were they protesting for? Delayed salaries. They didn't carry placards. They didn't throw stones. They didn't chant. They didn't engage the police. But a protest that succeeded. The second example. You are in a company that doesn't pay salaries. As the employees, one day you decide, tutakuja kazini, yes, but we'll just sit. Tumekuja kazi, but we'll just sit and browse on internet. You go to work, yeah? You go to office as usual, but nobody's working. You just sit, browse Facebook, browse X, browse YouTube. Life continues. What is that? What is that? That is what we call a protest. Silent protest. Now, I want to gauge the success of today's protests. The Gen Zs have been announcing since yesterday that there will be protests today. Nairobi CBD has shut down. All the shops closed. All the hotels closed. All the government offices closed. No vehicle is moving. No matatu is moving. Everything is at standstill. This means what? Today, Nairobi will not transact. Even banks have closed in fear. Boutiques. Yani, what am I trying to explain? Today, there will be no tax paid in Nairobi. Hawkers, they are indoors. Mothers who sell oranges and things along the streets, all of them clean. They are at home. Now, what do we call this? Is it a successful protest? Because you know, when protesting against the government, there's one thing you must consider. If you want to win the protest against the government, then you must close all the cash flow into the government in form of taxes. You cripple the government, shut down the country. So today, Nairobi County won't collect tax. So, when a city like Nairobi doesn't collect tax, how much is the government losing? Billions. How much is the national government losing? Billions. Even people who were traveling into the CBD, not even the CBD, into Nairobi, all of them are indoors. I have seen an advisory from the US Embassy warning its citizens against walking in the Nairobi CBD, and instead it has told them to monitor, be vigilant, and be alert as they spend their time in Kenya. But they have advised them, please, if you can, remain indoors until tomorrow, Wednesday, because today can be so risky. So based on this assessment, the Gen Zs have won the first round of protests. Maandamano is not a must you show up with the placards. Of course they are coming, because I have seen Nyamira has already started. They are burning tires somewhere at a shopping center called Nyabite. They are burning tires and they have barricaded the road. Now, Nyabite is a road connecting Nyamira town, Miruka, then Oyugis and to Kisumu. Maandamano is not a must you come out singing. Maandamano, I've given you two examples. Maandamano is not a must you barricade roads. Maandamano is not a must you sing and throw stones. Maandamano is not a must that you must engage police. Maandamano can be silent. Like the maandamano we've witnessed in Nairobi right now this morning, it's called silent maandamano. Nairobi is completely shut down. Kila Waswahili wanasema Nairobi imebaki mahame. Yani hakuna mtu. Finally, I want to say this, that the Gen Zs have been annoyed by the recent actions from the president. The president engaged the young people on X and promised to reform. But after a few days, we've seen him on top of vehicles campaigning instead of working for the people. The Gen Zs demanded that no politician, no civil servant, no state officer should be found contributing into public, even silent harambes. But on Sunday, Ruto was promising a church a check to complete a construction. So the Gen Zs are saying, of course we gave you time to reform. You have refused to reform. Now, let's come back to show you that all power belongs to the people, and the people may, optional. The people may, optional, a conjunction. The people may directly give you time to reform, or they can directly kick you out of statehouse. The people may. That is what they are exercising today. You were given time to reform, you refused. They told you, okay, do ABCD, you refused. You thought it has calmed down. But let me tell you, it is going to get messier and shall have casualties. As a millennial, I pray for the young people out there who are preparing to go on the streets. I pray for all the Gen Zs. May God cover you with the blood of Jesus. And please, wherever you are, even if you are at home in the office, kindly remember our Gen Zs in prayers. God to protect them. These are the people who redeem our country. These are the people who rescue our country from sinking. God bless you. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.